I'm so disappointed. So I just got back from a variety of errands. I dropped off all of the launch day orders over at the post office, and I just got back from picking up all of our inventory from a local gift shop that has had our stuff for about 3 months. And now I get to take inventory. And I'm really super bummed because it was not a good sales opportunity for us, which is really too bad. So I'm going to take inventory and we'll chat a little bit about it. All right, so to give you a little bit of context here as to what's happening. So there is a little gift shop in our town that was putting out flyers in terms of having local businesses and local makers and artists come and put their stuff in the shop. You would pay either weekly or monthly, like a booth space basically, in order to sell your products. And I decided it would be a good idea to go ahead and try it out because, you know, you want to find out, preferably if you can sell locally. I mean, generally that's good. Then people don't have to pay for shipping or anything like that, which is usually ideal. So I went ahead and checked it out. It was, I want to say, $280 for us to be there for 3 months. I thought it would be a good idea to do a longer stay like that because that gives you a wider chance to catch the right sales cycle and maybe get the interest of locals. And I just thought it would be a good idea to have more data to pull from instead of less, which, you know, moderate success, I suppose. But overall, it was a total loss. We did not even make back the amount that we spent to be there, which sucks and is disappointing. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I need to take inventory and find out, you know, what's sold, because I know it wasn't much. The reports that we got from the business that owns it, it's not much. This is a lot of products still left. I tried to bring over a pretty wide variety. Like I've got lip balms over here, the Forbidden Frosting whipped soaps, soap savers, soap decks, reusable sticker books, shampoo bars, and then a pretty good variety of our soaps. But I think this was not our market, which is really too bad. So I guess that's something I do want to talk about with this, is trying to find your people. Most of our sales, almost exclusively, our sales are online, and very few of our customers are local here to the Sacramento area. Very few. So the hope was being in a local gift store would provide more opportunities for meeting local customers and getting our product out there. I don't know. I didn't see any increase in local orders, so if people were checking us out, they didn't come to the website and place orders. So 9. All right, so it looks like 1 soap deck sold, 14 of the soap saver bags, 1 soap saver bag. Oh, this is depressing. Okay, and we've got 8 Pride. None of those sold. I have these in stacks of 5 so I can visually just count them really quickly. Like, this is clearly 8. This is 9. So sediment, looks like we sold 1. Big Bang, didn't sell any. Turmeric, we sold 1. I'm gonna have to double check the numbers that they sent me here. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So no sales on the sticker books. I was really hoping at least a couple of these would sell because there were a lot of stickers there in the store. I didn't bring any of our stickers, but there were a lot of stickers with other sellers, so I thought for sure some reusable sticker books would be popular, but nope. Ruby slippers, none sold. I'm gonna make myself sad doing this. Ugh, God. We've got 6 of coffee drips, so we did sell one of those. We've got 9 of lavender fields. Sold one of those. This feels like more sales than the numbers I was being sent quite make sense for. I don't like that. Okay. We've got 2 lavender forbidden frosting. 2, that is... That means we sold 1 of each of the forbidden frostings. That's... Okay, I'm gonna have some questions after this, I think. Unless there were some sales that happened in March. I hate counting lip balms. Look at, I even started including the barcode on these. I was trying to make it easier on the shop that we were listed in, or the shop that we were renting space from, that everything was barcoded. Normally our stuff is barcoded, but I hadn't been barcoding the lip balms. And I realized that not only will it make it easier for the shop that we're selling in and to have everything barcoded, but it'll make it easier for us at any events that we're at to have everything barcoded. I need to find a better way for getting our labels printed. I really do. Because this is pink lemonade and coconut milk and peaches, and they're very similar in their labels, and I need them to be printed darker so it's more obviously different. But my printer just doesn't do a great job with that. 18, 19, 20. Does that mean none of these sold? Oh, man. Yeah, none of these sold. Boo. So I want to try and learn from this, obviously. I try to take opportunities to learn from every event and thing that we do. It's a really good chance to do that. However, I'm not 100% certain what to take from this other than local just isn't our audience, I guess. I think that's something that a lot of people who are new to business or new to small business especially struggle with, is this idea of who your customer is and who your audience is, and realizing that your audience is not everybody. And it really shouldn't be, frankly. There are plenty of people that our soaps are probably considered kind of cheap. You know, you look at the prices of some of the other really big soap makers, and we're on the lower end cost-wise. That's okay for us. That's part of the audience that we want to shoot for, is people that this is a good choice for them financially. And I think I see a lot of small business owners, especially on social media, acting like everybody should be your customer, and people trying to offer advice about small business that are not small business owners also acting that way. And like, no, everybody should not be your customer, and to try and behave as if every single person out there is a viable customer for you is kind of ridiculous if you think about it for longer than 2 seconds. Same thing that, like, there's plenty of people that our stuff is probably considered expensive, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. 17. 17? That means we sold 3. I'm gonna have to check the sales reports that they gave me. I don't have the March one yet. I think I said that already, but some of these numbers... I think the sales report I got for January was like $13, and the sales report for February was like $16, really low. So we must have had way more sales in March, but I don't know what those are yet. I'd really like to know, because the sales that I'm aware of are not matching up to what I'm seeing here. 13, 14, 15, 16? That means we sold 4 of these? Lord help me. Okay, so I've counted everything. Now let's get a feel for what I should be seeing in the sales report. So let's do some quick calculations here. 15 times 15 times 50. That right there. Oh, come on. Should have been $134 in sales. That's a lot higher than I thought it was. Still not great, to be honest. Still not fantastic in terms of overall sales, but that's better than I thought it was. And they paid me at Venmo, which I don't really care for. Oh, here's a sales Google Doc. Oh, maybe they did tell me what sold. Yeah, okay, so $16 in sales for January, $13 in sales for February. Well, it looks like the last time they updated this document was March 14th. And as of March 14th, they had us at $16 for March. Oh man, if we have if things were stolen, that's gonna suck. So that's $45. So we've got a difference of $89. Oh man, okay, well, I mean, if there was $89 in sales from March 14th till the end of the month, hopefully that matches up. I'm gonna be kind of bummed if it turns out it didn't and we just had theft. Okay, well, if I have an update available by the time I put this vlog together, I hopefully will get the updated March sales soon, and I'll see if they match up. So March should be 105. If every single month had been 105, we would have barely broken even. Okay. There is another store in Sacramento, in downtown Sacramento, that I have thought about going and checking out, but I want to go and get a visual on it first, which is what I did here too. It's this store called Nudge in downtown Sacramento, and they do primarily eco-friendly refill stuff, which if our soaps were naked would probably be fine. I don't know if that would really be a fit for us. I feel like I'd want to bring some of our soaps down there, but the super clean, no synthetics, no chemicals kind of crowd isn't really our audience, that I know for sure, so that may not be a good fit for us either. Doing business is hard. It's hard, okay? So now that I've taken inventory, I'm going to go upstairs and enter these back into the inventory system proper and try and update things. I do need to do some social media posts. I did a reel or a short, or whatever you want to call it, a short format content, almost every day for the month of March. I've done one so far for April. I missed yesterday, and I need to do one today and start getting caught up. And once I've got that put together for today, which I should be able to bang out pretty quickly because I have the footage, then I need to film some more. The big thing I've been working on is ingredients and our base recipe. I've talked about it in the previous vlogs, and this has been a thing for nearly a year, where olive oil has gotten very expensive. It's always been a very volatile ingredient just already as is, and it got more so in the last year or so, and that has to do with a lot of reasons, mostly environmental and export. In places like Turkey and Spain and Greece, those are some of and Italy, those are some of the big exporters of olive oil. So olive oil has more than doubled in cost just in the last year. So I've been thinking about supplementing some of our olive oil in our recipe with something like either soybean oil, safflower oil, or rice bran. Currently, I'm leaning towards rice bran oil because I didn't know that people get so butthurt about soybean oil. I know it's a common allergen. I had done some research and found that apparently soybean oil does not contain the component. I think it's I don't remember the word of what part of it that people are generally allergic to is not in soybean oil. So the chance of a soybean allergy happening with soybean oil in soap is super low. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, but that's what I was coming across, and a lot of people with soybean allergies were saying that they are not allergic to soybean oil. A lot of research supports that, but people are really annoying about it, and that was not due to allergies. That was people just being weird about soy. So I think even if that was a good fit for us, ingredients and product-wise, I don't want to deal with that. And sometimes that is an important part of business too, is finding out the people you don't want to be your customers and being weird and really judgmental and aggressive about soybean oil is not a thing I want to deal with. So I think rice brand's going to be a good one to try out. I know Danny over at Star-Crossed Soapery uses rice bran in her recipe. So I'm probably going to do a couple of test batches. I'm going to do one for the safflower oil. I have that. I have sunflower oil too. Sunflower oil. There's the safflower oil, and then I have a big bucket of rice bran that I'm going to try out. I'll figure out what I'm going to do with this gigantic container of soybean oil that I have now, because it was really cheap. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I know that our customers, being affordable is an important part of our brand. And adding a little bit of soybean oil or safflower oil or probably rice bran is not going to affect the quality of our soaps, but it will make it so that we can keep the cost of our soaps affordable. So, I'm going to go do some work on the computer and some video editing, and I will be back in a minute with some soap making. So I debated even talking during this section because it's about 3 minutes of soap making. We had my mom and her employee Allie here with us in order to make some soap. I think I already put the short for this up, so you might have already heard that story over on the main channel. But my parents are also business owners like me, but much larger, on a larger scale. And they have a lot of employees, and they have an employee luncheon every year where they give out bonuses and they give gifts to their employees and stuff. And one of the things they wanted to do that they've done a couple of years in a row now is to give their employees some handmade soap. So that is what is being worked on here, where Allie designed the soap, picked out the fragrance and the colors, and Kat and I were supervising while she made the soap. I think she did a really amazing job. She's been on the channel before. There was a Liberty soap that we posted about previously that is on the main channel if you want to look for it. I'll try to remember to put a link in the description for it. But she did fantastic. She watches our videos and she has taken in all of the knowledge. She barely needed us to help out at all, so that was fun. But in terms of this section in the vlog, I wasn't sure if any of you would want a section where it's mostly just music, or if you would prefer there to be talking for everything. I'm still trying to work out a vlog style that is going to be long-term more functional for me. Until we're at the point that we can do the business full-time, I have to really be careful about how I split my time. But here Allie is adding a mica line in copper. And we did break that fall with the spatula because we didn't want to completely break the mica line. But if you would like to have more sections with just some chill music while I'm working on a project like beveling soaps or making soap or packaging, things like that, that would be great to know. Like I said in previous vlogs, I'm trying to centralize these vlogs a little bit more so that they are following through maybe like a day or two. Instead of like a whole week, because I'm finding that's really unsustainable for me. And I think that some of the vlogs end up kind of boring as a result because I don't know what to film. But if I really just focus on one or two tasks, I feel like comes out a lot better. So the vlog right before this is a good example where it had a pretty wide variety of filming days split across it in order to make the final result. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let the rest of the chill music play for the last bit of the segment here, and we'll see you in a sec. All right, so here is the tops the next day. They are looking really classy. Such a good job that Allie did on this. So we're going to go ahead and get these cut down. My mom and Allie cannot be here for this, so I'm going to have to send them pictures. But yeah, looking great. Oh, right. I need to flip this on its side. I forgot. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, nice. So here's the design that they originally put up here. I think they did great. Looks fantastic. Let's do another one here. There we go. Yeah. There's a close-up. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. So it is, gosh, it's a Thursday. I am sick, and so I called out from my corporate job. Because if you're not familiar, my corporate job is call center and talking a lot, especially in my customer service voice, is not great right now. I don't know how well you can hear it here in my voice now, and this is me just sort of keeping my cadence in a way that is comfortable right now. But I want to at least get some things done since I'm not actively doing corporate job right now. And one of those things is I have a lot of soap to make. We're getting a little low on our starter packs. Those have been selling quite a bit better than I was expecting. I didn't think those would be necessarily super popular, especially since my intention is to replace using the mini bars entirely. I think I'm kind of over dealing with those. They're a lot of extra work. I don't know if it's really worth it, and like it's cool to be able to pick what you want versus, say like the sample pack. The sample pack is random. The starter pack is the same every time. But that means that I need to restock the starter pack soon. It's running low, and I've known it was running low for a while, and I haven't gotten around to making the smaller bars, smaller loaves that I use, that I cut down to make the sample packs, or the starter packs. God, that's going to get confusing. So I need to do that. So I've pulled all of our fragrance here. I have almost everything I need to make one of all 7 of the bars that are in the starter pack. So hazelnut coffee for coffee drip, fruity rings for like my soul, lavender for lavender fields forever, black raspberry vanilla, that's for pride, white birch is for big bad wood, and then I have lilac, but apparently I'm all out of white currant, and that's for big bang. So I'm going to have to place an order with Candle Science to get some more white currant, and that way I can make some more Big Bang. Technically, I could just use some of the leftover mini bars I have of Big Bang if I need to. So I might do that because we have a lot of Big Bang on hand. And if I can reuse some soaps, that'd probably be better. So I might do that. I might not worry so much about that. Anyway, so I'm very easily distracted right now because I'm not feeling well. So trying to stay focused on a task is really difficult. So I'm at least going to get the table cleared up so that I can try and get some work done. And then maybe I can make some soap. But I suspect, our master batch is really low. So I'm going to have to master batch some oils. I know our lye master batch is also really low. So I'm going to have to do that too. And for that, I have to wait for the lye to cool down before I can use it. So it's like a whole thing. But I can at least get the table cleared off because these from Sea to Shining Sea bars that my mom and her employee made, Allie, are needing to be upstairs where they can be dehumidified. So I at least need to get that done. I did film a little bit of content earlier testing bars, doing a lather test for that's our regular bars, that's a soybean bar, safflower oil bar. God, you can hear my voice going out. Great. And then this was the rice bran oil bar. I tried this myself earlier before I filmed this, and I had to like have Kat come running over and try it too. It is so creamy. It's like our base recipe, but creamier and better, which is fantastic. So I'm very, very excited about these. I don't know what all I'm going to be including in this particular vlog, because like I've said before, I'm trying to find a more sustainable way to do the vlogs on a more regular basis. And that means trying to reduce the amount of stuff I'm showing. You know, like instead of filming for a whole week, maybe you just film for a couple of days worth of stuff and really focus down on what I'm doing. So this is all stacked up here. I have some colorants that arrived yesterday that I need to put away, and I'm going to take this upstairs. And then let's start master batching. I'll at least film that. Okay, time to edit all that footage from 3 days of soap making. Can't be that bad. 4 hours? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, yeah, never mind. I think all of that is going to go in next vlog, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. 4.5 hours of raw footage? Bro. Nah. Okay, so here is your hydration reminder, because I definitely have to call this vlog here. Make sure you go and hydrate. Catch you for the next vlog. We'll see you over on the main channel. We also have our YouTube membership over on the main channel and Patreon, where you get to see videos generally about a day early, if you're into that thing. And of course, our soaps are available at candrsoap.com, so I'll catch you for the next one, which is clearly going to be a crap load of footage of soap making. See you then.